Usually let mine rest a little bit, but you know, we're just gonna go wild and see how it goes.
His is softer than mine because mine's been in the fridge.
And it's got the cream cheese in it.
Well, there you go. And there's the cream cheese.
Now, Sue, what's the story on your rolling pin?
My rolling pin was gifted to me by a very good friend a number of years ago. It's a ball bearing rolling pin, which is really cool. It was given to her as a wedding gift, so it's probably 50, 55 years old.
Oh, that is so great.
So it is an old-fashioned rolling pin.
I bought mine when I was probably 20 years old, hungover at an outlet mall. So it's not quite as sentimental.
Well, there's a story.
Yes.
Well, that's a special rolling pin.
Yes.
And why at 20 years old, hungover, were you buying a rolling pin?
Well, before I was in real estate, I did hair. And my friends and I were doing wedding hair in Cincinnati. And before we went home, we stopped at this outlet mall. And I was miserable. And I did not care about what they were looking at. So I went in this...
They weren't buying green Gucci shoes?
Sue asked me to wear these. I wouldn't usually wear this for making pie crust.
I love his green Gucci shoes. Which he didn't buy.
Yeah, they were actually
gifted.
They were a gift from a client, which is amazing because they are old. I don't even know when they were made, but I was telling her how I wished I had bought them forever ago. And that was maybe a year ago. And then we had lunch this winter, and she said, I've got a present for you. And I had no idea what they were. And they were they were new stock, unsold, that she found for me.
Vintage.
Yeah. And so, Sue, we should talk about how we always try and keep our pie crust moving. So the reason for that is that as you spread it out, obviously it's going to cling to the counter. So we both are continually shifting ours around.
It's taking more muscle on my part to...
Well, you started colder than I did.
Yeah, I did. It was very cold. I also turn it over a lot.
And then I try and just brush off all this excess flour.
I know. So it doesn't make it too crusty.
Onto my rolling pin.
Now, why do you like tell them why you like your marble rolling pin versus a wooden
So what I love about the marble rolling pin is that it stays so cold. So I actually keep it in the freezer, which is nice because then it helps keep the pie dough colder as you're rolling out. So I'm just going to trim the excess. And you want to leave a good buffer so that you roll it back onto itself so your edge is a little thicker. Now see, this is a nice thing about the cream cheese, is that if you have these little scraggly areas, it is so forgiving where you can just get that border back nice and firm.
Let's see if we can get it rolled on the pin. This is where I fail.
See, that's where the marble is so easy.
Oh, look at that. It's a hot mess, but it's going in.
I think that looks fabulous.
Okay.
And so I go between these two with my pinky. I like a pretty strong point. And be careful not to drag your crimp too far onto the border because that'll stretch the dough and then it'll be likely to shrink.
All right, now what are we doing?
So I go between these two.
Okay.
With my pinky on the other hand. Just like that.
So here?
Yep.
Oh. Here? Ooh.
Yep.
I think my nails get in the way.
Oh, actually, I usually do these two.
These two?
Yep.
I guess the fingers make a difference. Ooh.
Yeah, that looks good.
Well, looks like a little crown. For me, it's gorgeous.
The other thing I'm always very obsessive about is I clean the rim of the plate after I've turned everything out. and then I'll actually wipe it again once it comes out of the oven. So I feel
Really?
like that is just something that makes the pie so much prettier, is when your pie plate is nice and clean. And we should talk about our plates. So
Oh,
this
yes.
is so funny because my pie plates are actually very cheap and probably not what you would have guessed. But
oh, I thought they were plastic.
well, no, yeah, they're like a porcelain, but they're made by Corel.
And you just buy them
Yeah,
at the grocery
literally
store.
at Walmart. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh.
Yep.
And mine are metal, the old-fashioned kind from, guess where? King
Well,
Arthur.
I had the inside knowledge.
Look how gorgeous that is. That one's ready to pre-bake. Now we're gonna prep it and get it ready to pre-bake.
So to pre-bake a crust, I just like to do parchment. Then Sue has these fabulous pie weights. Purpose for this is that if you didn't have the pie weights to hold the pie shell in place, it would fall back on itself as it bakes. And so this just keeps everything where we want it.
Pop her in.
All right.
So what do you think? 8 minutes, 10 minutes? What do you want?
Yeah, I would say we'll check it at 8.
Okay.